See how this set of identical triplets made a discovery that amazed everyone. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to M&R TV and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. A decade ago, unlike today, the majority of DNA tests were either to check the origins of people and backgrounds or to resolve cold cases. Nowadays, DNA testing has become more popular than ever before. Since you can take DNA tests at home, this surprising story is related to the triplets who found out the weirdest thing about their lives on a TV show last year. Born on December 12, 1977 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the same order as their names, Nicole, Erica, and Jacqueline, are popularly known as the Dom triplets. Since their birth, they've been unique, as they're not only triplets, adding on to it is the fact that they are identical triplets. While that's a rarest of the rare case, we should tell you, but their identities were about to become questionable soon. The Dom triplets are so identical that it's impossible to tell them apart. We understand it might sound like a funny situation, but when we tell you that when they were kids, even their parents couldn't make a difference, then you might understand the seriousness of the issue. However, their parents came up with a solution that stays with the triplets even today. From head to toe, the three kids looked like first-hand copies of each other. No difference at all. To get themselves out of any confusion, their parents got the babies tattooed. Nicole got a dot on her backside, Jacqueline got 2 dots, and Erica was given none. Once the Dom triplets had this tiny difference in the name of tattoos, their parents were finally relieved for a lifetime. The triplets spent their childhood as a regular set of triplets in Jordan, Minnesota. From a small-town upbringing to a path full of fame and glamour, with something or the other huge happening every now and then until March 2017 brought an experience of a lifetime for them. While growing up, the Dom triplets were the center of attraction wherever they went. Everyone's eyes were on them due to their elegant features, sparkling blue eyes, and shiny blonde hair, and the fact that it's 3 of them was the add-on to their beauty. When these angel-like divas chose an evident career, it made them an instant success. Wherever they go, whatever they do, as long as they're together, they're always called the triplets or the 3. And when such an incredible trio was in Jordan, a town with approximately 6,000 people at the time, people actually started knowing them as the Dom triplets, which was an appreciable nickname. It stays with them to this day, as most people who know them with the same name. In October 1994, when they were just 16 years old, a huge opportunity knocked at their door, which proved to be a start to their new lives. Starting from the cover photo of a famous teen magazine cover, their modeling careers looked quite bright. Modeling agencies wanted to sign a contract with them as they knew the specialty of these girls' 3 stunning similar faces. The Dom triplets never planned modeling as their career, and all 3 of them had dreams, for which they took admission in the nursing school to the University of Minnesota as they wanted to help people. Obviously, they weren't doing it just for the degree, but for knowledge, and because of their helping nature. But the question is, were they even meant to be nurses, or did destiny have other plans for them? It was just a regular college day when the 3 of them noticed something that could be their next big thing. It was an advertisement for a modeling job for Playboy Special Edition, Girls of the Big Ten. However, they weren't expecting that they'd get selected, but they just wanted to give it a try, and hence they made a reservation for the audition. Little did they know this would be a life-changing decision for them. At first, it seemed like everything was in their favor. The moment the casting director met them, he loved the triplets and was in favor of taking them in the modeling assignment. The sisters were about to transform their lives wholly and forever, as this was a huge chance. There was just one decision they'd need to make, and that was if they were okay with the photo shoot requirements, as they'd have to pose naked in front of the camera. After getting into some discussion, the Dom triplets knew what they really wanted to do, and they said yes for the college photo shoot. At that moment, it was a once-in-a-lifetime moment. However, this one moment was about to gift them with uncountable better moments for the rest of their lives. Before the Dom triplets, only once did a set of triplets make it as the face of Playboy magazine. The sisters were thinking of it to be just another edition, but fate's plan was completely opposite. In December 1998, when the magazine was published, the Dom triplets became a name so popular that the triplets were now stars overnight. Playboy started my life. It started all three of our lives. I would never change it for the world. It created the journey we're still on. It's an amazing experience that I will never give up, Erica Dom said in an interview. This was just the beginning of their success story. The Dom triplets were always seen doing everything together, wearing similar clothes, having the same group of friends, and they even admit the fact that togetherness is their strength. And that's how they agreed to get the shoot done for Playboy magazine. They were quite sure that if they were not together during the photo shoot, they would not be able to do it with so much perfection. As they've been doing everything all together, it was difficult for them to have the uniqueness which most of us adore, and due to their strong bond, they rarely ever got a chance to do things separately. Besides this, they appreciate their bond and seem to be happy about their trio. That's a special link only triplets can understand. Now was the time for the biggest step of their lives. They knew that Playboy Edition was a huge success and that they were getting many more offers now from different modeling scouts. But this would come at the cost of dropping out of college, i.e. leaving their nursing course behind. They were ready to go ahead as they were together on this turning point of their lives. Soon after they decided to drop out of nursing school, they moved to Los Angeles to look for more opportunities. Their lives were nowhere similar to the rest of the strugglers in town. The Dom triplets were now in LA and were receiving lots of offers for many popular projects. They were overwhelmed by looking at the great response they were receiving. Everywhere they were going soon became a bigger opportunity for them, bigger than modeling shoots. They were going ahead without any hesitation now and wanted to give acting a try. Although they wanted to work together, and there were rarely any requirements for triplets' role in acting. But as time was being good to the girls, they auditioned for a daily TV sitcom, Boy Meets World. It was a role in one episode and required triplets, and the Dom triplets got the part right away. They didn't receive any challenging role, though. The triplets were supposed to be the triplets on TV, and the actors, Eric Matthews and Jack Hunter, were interested in the triplets as per the role. However, the girls assigned the actors a task to find a third guy for their sister to party together, as they always do everything together. Unfortunately, by the time the actor would find someone for the third girl, the triplets met another set of triplets and went to a party with them. Again, Boy Meets World was a success, and the girls were now appreciated for their acting in the industry. And as if modeling offers weren't enough, they were now receiving acting offers too. The family appeared on a reality TV show, Family Feud, where the triplets were accompanied by their father and elder sister. They won $10,000. After Family Feud, the Dom triplets appeared in an episode of another popular reality TV show, House Wars. 4 families were competing in the show and were assigned the task to redesign a house within 8 weeks. And what were the odds that the Dom family won again? And instead of taking home the award, they got a house. The odds were completely in their favor. After winning 2 reality shows, they were in their 3rd show now, Renovate My Family, another construction-related reality show for which they auditioned and got selected as construction team experts. Not 1 or 2 episodes this time, the triplets got an amazing opportunity to work on 16 episodes of the show. On the show, they used to select one lucky family in each episode who gets a chance to get their home renovated and meanwhile to renovate their personal lives too, and each member of the family were given a complete makeover. The show was a great success and ran on Fox Channel for 3 constant years. The show was about to give more than the sisters ever thought. Renovate My Family's host, Jay McGraw, was close to Erica Dom, and the two fell for each other. Erica says Jay knocked on our trailer door and asked to watch a movie. He came in and we started talking. He made some funny jokes, and from then on, I couldn't fight it. It was love at first sight. Erica and Jay were together for quite a while now, and were looking forward to spending the rest of their lives together. And hence, after a sweet proposal, the two got married in 2006, and the couple was living in Beverly Hills when Jay got an idea to bring the Dom triplets back together on TV once again. But this time, it was going to bring an unusual experience for the 3. The Doctors was a talk show where different celebs are invited on every episode, and they were questioned regarding general health issues which normally people feel shy to ask their own doctors. Many celebs appear on the show, but the appearance of the Dom triplets proved to be amazing in every aspect. Jay and his father were the executive producers of The Doctors, and the Dom triplets were invited to the show quite a few times, and their appearance increased the show's ratings dramatically. People liked the triplets and loved to see them more often, but the surprising act was about to happen in the next episode of The Doctors. The other two sisters also got married soon after Erica. This wasn't strange for them, as just like the rest of the activities and events, their marriages were also on a very short gap. Within a year, they were all married and were now planning to take the next step in life. Nicole, Erica, and Jacqueline were planning to get pregnant. It's nothing new if we tell you that when they got pregnant, the timing was close again. They were hoping to give birth on the same dates. While that could happen in the rarest cases, when the three were pregnant, they were called on the doctors once again to especially talk about their experience of pregnancy and share their views. On the talk show, Erica and Jay said they had high hopes about having twins as their families got backgrounds of multiples. And later, they were invited on the show as the viewers were curious to know what was going on with them. On the doctors, they were invited to get an on-screen sonogram to know the sex of their babies and if any one of them is about to have twins or triplets by any chance. Everything was to be telecasted later on, and the result of their sonogram increased everyone's interest in the Dom triplets' lives. So the results of their sonogram were there, and they were not having multiples but single babies each, and all of them were girls. The triplets were amused by the idea that all three of them were soon to give birth to their first baby, and they'll be girls. The Dom triplets gave birth to the girls in 2010, and during their pregnancies, they were appearing on every other episode of The Doctors. Their viewers liked them and were interested in hearing more from them. Thanks to the trio, the show was running better than ever before, when they discussed about motherhood and their own challenges with pregnancies. In the picture are their girls, and after 7 years, when they were called on the show for a different reason, there was a special episode that was about to reveal something unpredictable, not just about the triplets, but for everyone. Journalist Lisa Guerrero was ready to interview the triplets in 2017 when they were about to test their DNA. This wasn't any high-level DNA test. Rather, it was home DNA tests that are now gaining popularity to learn how identical individuals are in reality and how their ancestry is connected. The idea was to check the accuracy of these tests that people are believing to be fair enough. The sisters gave a sample of their saliva in a test tube. The process wasn't costly at all. The samples were mailed to an organization and the results were to be out in a couple of weeks. Obviously, everyone was expecting identical results just like the sisters were. The Dom triplets were already aware of their ancestors and knew that it'll be mostly European. There isn't any certainty that identical triplets will have identical ancestry, and the results were shocking. All of them were 99% European. But when it came to the breakdown into regions, it was more bizarre. If you think that was all, then just go for the next slide. Nicole's results showed that she was 18%, while Erica was 16% Irish and British. Nicole was 11% French and German, while Jacqueline and Erica were 18% and 22.3%. Similar differences were observed when it came to Scandinavian. You'll be stunned when you'll know what the test was actually for. You can just spit in a cup and have every single answer that you're looking for, Dr. Stokes said, explaining that it wasn't to check Dom triplets' identity but to check the home DNA test's accuracy, which is finally proved. Don't believe the test blindly is the lesson of the story. As you're known to their story now, we would like to share a recent family picture of the Dom triplets with you. This is a recent picture of the Dom triplets spending holidays with their families. Well, now they've more kids, too many pets, and a perfect family. The reports never affected their life as the Dom triplets are not only identical but living almost similar lives happily.